I would like to start by apologizing to the viewers of this lovely channel that my past two videos, the sound was not clear. I had to go through it. It was really irritating. Apologies for that. I have since decided not to use this microphone. I have to look, I think, for another microphone. This one appears to be giving me problems. Sometimes it works right, sometimes not so right. So I kickstart today's and in fact this live broadcast by at Gawashur, and he is giving the vibes of someone who has been promised to replace firstly retired General Chiwenga, not only to replace him, but also he has been promised the presidency. But you know and understand it very, very well that at one time Mnangagwa was closed to Chiwenga, and Chiwenga was promised such. So what may make him to change on Gawashur? Gawashur is the available person to be used by Mnangagwa at the moment to push his nefarious agenda. But I have said it long time ago that Mnangagwa would not just hand over power to anyone. In 2017, Chiwenga trusted Mnangagwa alongside other generals that they were going to be handed over power. He was just going to lead Zimbabwe for 5 years, afterwards hand over to Chiwenga, and Chiwenga was going also to hand over to the other. But that promise was easily broken. So there is absolutely no guarantees for Gawashur Tagwirei that whatever he has been promised by may come to be fulfilled. Greetings and welcome to your lovely channel, the Hlonipani Global News. If you're watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. So, for those who follow Zimbabwean politics, it is written on the walls that Gawashur has been promised something very big, but the question is, will he get that? That is where the tricky part is. But from the look of things, there are signs. Number one, he goes with a long fleet of vehicles. Vehicles that are normally used by the presidents. He has bodyguards that wear similar t-shirts that are worn by the bodyguards of Mnangagwa, written "Men Believed." And I suspect that those bodyguards are members of the Central Intelligence Organization. Now, is it constitutional for Gawashur to be using state resources in such a manner? Does ZANU-PF cares about the Constitution? I think that's the question that comes into my mind. Or does even Mnangagwa cares about the Constitution? Or all that he cares for is actually, his self-centered interest. Interest that actually quenches his ego, not the interest of the people of Zimbabwe. So that is sign number one. Sign number two, look at these inter-districts meetings. Tagwirei, okay, we can agree his co-option was actually forwarded by the Harare province. Maybe seeing him maneuvering around Harare province, mobilizing the citizens to attend the ZANU-PF rallies, which were poorly attended, by the way. Even the ZPC could not actually shy away from revealing that most of these inter-district, apart from millions of US dollars being actually thrown into these inter-districts meetings, they are actually not paying off as expected and anticipated. But there is a group of Marakashi who are always trying to portray that imagery, that something is happening. So these if they were happening, I would have said, okay, maybe that is his home province, plus maybe his training to be a central committee member that will actually crisscross the country. But guess what? He has moved from Harare province During this weekend, he was busy in Masvingo. It remains to be seen on whether numerous inter-districts are going to be done in Masvingo. Under normal circumstances, Gawashur Tagwirei is expected. Is not. I've never seen a ZANU-PF, rather, a central committee member who goes around the country doing rallies as Gawashur Tagwirei is doing, mobilizing some youths to chant president, president, the moment he actually takes to the podium. They are already chanting president to him. And that, without the support or without the endorsement of Emmerson Mnangagwa, it's something that is not allowed in ZANU-PF. It clearly shows that whatever the side shows he is doing, these side shows are blessed by the bedroom of Mnangagwa, which is currently, by the way, in charge of ZANU-PF, calling shots within ZANU-PF. And also these youths that chant such words, it's clear this is orchestrated from the bedroom of Emmerson Mnangagwa, and it is meant to irritate retired General Chiwenga. That is what Gawashur Tagwirei is coming to do. Remember also, one of the things that the war veterans had a fallout with Emmerson Mnangagwa, it was the issue of land, how he actually addresses the matter of land. Gawashur Tagwirei, when it comes to the issue of land, by the way, he was appointed by Mnangagwa into an unconstitutional body called the Land Tenure Committee. Is chairing that committee. It says it's just a parallel committee, not recognized in any government structure. Whilst there is also a Minister of Agriculture, I wonder how, is Tagwirei needed? Is this a parallel Minister of Agriculture in some way? Why did Mnangagwa put him to be in charge of this land tenure committee? Why not allowing the Department of Agriculture to effectively deal with this? And Gawashur Tagwirei is used by Mnangagwa to push what the war veterans are against, and possibly what retired General Chiwenga is against, which is to actually sell land to the people of Zimbabwe. We have seen Mnangagwa issuing title deeds to the people. And Gawashur Tagwirei is going, explaining the land policies, government policies. But who is he? Is he part of the government? Going to an extent of even saying, we want in Zimbabwe this to happen. That is supposed to be said by the president. And him saying that, and Mnangagwa saying nothing, rather sending opposition to what has been put on the public domain by Gawashur Tagwirei, whilst Barakashis are sent to actually hit hard Chris Mutswangwa. It's politics at play by a cunning Emmerson Mnangagwa. Unfortunately, individuals like Chris Mutswangwa similarly promised the presidency take this opportunity to grow big-headed and actually decides to insult retired General Chiwenga as well as war veterans. A serious miscalculation, whilst they call others to go to the so-called Herbert Chitepo school of ideology. It shows the kind of caliber that is produced by individuals who go through that school. I wonder what is taught there, which is meaningful. Thank you very much for watching us. If you are watching us for the very first time, please do remember to press the red or black subscribe button so that next time when we beam live, you become the very first one to watch us. I hope the sound was better this time around. Umhlabane is signing off. Please do, you can support this channel by joining as a member through pressing the join button. You can also support us by pressing the thanks button and send us stars. We want money, not stars in the form of actually stars.